guys, and welcome to Gamacron Gaming. Today, I'm going to be ranking the maps in BTD6. Make sure to stick around to the end to see my final rankings. I don't think Tinkerton was on this list. The person who made this must not have been out yet. Also, shout out to EliasHeaden for making this one. But I'm just going to say if Tinkerton was here, it'd be in B tier. I'm just going to say that because I don't think it's here. So we're starting off with Adora's Temple. I think it should be an F tier. But the only reason I'm going to put it in D tier is the Easter egg where if you get like a vengeful Adora, it gets all like crazy and like black and stuff. Now moving on to Alpine Run is I think the name of this one. It's not an A tier or an S tier, but it's definitely a solid B tier. Now along to another brick. It's a pretty easy advanced map. I really like the design, but it's not an A or S. I think it can also go in B tier. Now with balance, I think this deserves D tier, mostly because there's like basically nowhere to put stuff. And like even in intermediate, I almost feel like, no, it's not worthy enough for advanced, but it's a pretty hard intermediate. Bizarre, I think deserves C tier, just because, I don't know. It's short, not many places to put it. Actually, I'll put it, I like the design of it, which kind of makes me want to put it in B tier, which I think I'm going to do. Blondes is S tier. Need I say more? Bloody Puddles. I respect Bloody Puddles because it's one of the hardest maps along with #ouch. So I kind of want to put it in S tier, even though it is so hard. I think I've only beaten like easy on that. I don't know what this one is. It was with the Balloonosaurus update when that first came out. But I think I'm going to put it in C tier. I'm not a big fan, but, like, it's not horrible. There's places to put stuff, and, like, it's fine. I think our first A tier is going to be Candy Falls. I feel like it's pretty long. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of place to put stuff. But I just particularly don't use it that much, but it is really nice when I do use it. Cargo. See, I like the look of this map, but I do not like the play of this map. So I think, what's the middle? It's B or C. I'm just going to put it in, I don't know. You know what? I have an idea. Never mind. I'm not making a new tier. I'm just going to put it in C tier. Now, Carved. I think this is a C tier. But it's a B tier on Halloween, but it's not near Halloween. So it's going to be a C tier. But if it's Halloween, it's an S tier, but right now it's C tier. Shoots, I used to really hate this map, but I actually really like it. It looks cool, and I like how the paths like curve in the middle, so I'm going to put it in B tier. I think B tier is going to get full really fast. It's just the most versatile tier. So far, none have gone in F tier, which is surprising. I actually really, really like Cornfield. It is like one of my favorite maps. I like the way you have to sell stuff. I think I'm going to put it in S tier. I almost have black border on this, and it's an advanced map. Garden. I feel like the mechanic that it, like, moves, the slider, is cool, but I just don't like it. Like, it doesn't make it, like, it does make it harder, but not by much. It's not like Bloody Puddles where it's like, oh, I respect hardness, like, how hard it is. It's just kind of boring. So I'm going to put it in C tier. Or D tier. No, just C tier. Cracked, I love this map. It's going in S tier. Along with Cubism. Dark Castle can get A tier because it's one of the easier expert maps, definitely. And I feel like there are lots of strategies you can do because, like, I know the way I beat it most of the time is with Oban and the Druids, but you can also get some subs right here in this little water. You can get some stuff up here like a Spike Factory. So overall, it's a pretty good expert map. Dark Dungeon is probably a B tier. It's definitely not A or S, but I don't think it deserves C. This is definitely not Park Path. Dark Path, which is basically like Park Path, but scary, I do not like. It's a cool design, though, so I can't give it D. I think I'm going to give it C. Downstream, I really like. It's beautiful, naturey, and it's A tier. Encrypted would get solid F, but now there is a Easter egg on Encrypted to get this really cool, like, portal to a new dimension, and it like sucks in Moabs. So that alone puts it in C tier. It can't put it in B tier because I just don't like playing on this map. But I think it's still solid with that. End of the Road, it's like a decently long map. A lot of places for farming, but I think I'll put it in B tier. Now this one, I don't think I've ever played on this one. I don't even know the name. I think I'm putting it in D tier. Firing range, hear me out. I would put it in D tier, but because of Tuber, I found out you can play Guess Who on this map, and I really like playing Guess Who on this map with my friends, so I'm putting it there. Flooded Valley, I really like that you can only really use water towers and some snipers, so I think I'm going to put it in A tier. Along with Four Circles can also go in A tier. I feel like lots of the good beginner maps can go in A tier, along with Frozen Over. And then Geared, I feel like can go in C tier. I feel like it's a cool map. Like the way it rotates, it's really cool. But I hate when I put like a really cool tower there and I spend all my money on it, and then it's here and I'm just losing because I only have a dart monkey on this side because I forgot to upgrade it. So yeah, I think C tier is solid. This one I thought was really cool until I realized it froze your towers, so it's getting a D tier because it froze my towers. Haunted, I think will get C tier because it's okay. There's some farming up here, and then there's like some water towers and stuff like that. So I think it can do C tier. Hedge, I think, is also C tier. I'm not a fan of the walls, but I get why they're there, just to make it a little harder. High Finance is our first F tier. I hate High Finance. You have to like buy a bunch of stuff. I do not like it. I never play on it. Infernal, on the other hand, I like it quite a bit, actually. I am decently close to a black border on this map. Not like really, really close, but like I have all of the beginners and all of the mediums and some of the hards, so I'm pretty close. I don't think it deserves A tier. Actually, I think it does deserve A tier, along with In the Loop, just because it's so long and it's pretty beautiful. Carts, I feel like deserves either B tier or C tier. I feel like I don't use it enough for it to deserve B tier, so I'm going to put it in C tier. Logs, I also really like. It's the longest map in the game. Actually, I guess Scrapyard's the new longest map in the game. But it was the longest map in the game, and it's still a really long map. And you can, like, play stuff here. It's really nice. Lotus Island will join High Finance in F tier. It's not the fact that it's particularly hard. It's just annoying. I don't like that you can't place things on the flowers, and it's really weird that things are shaped. I do like that it's very easy to get both land and water towers, but I'm just not a fan. Mesa can go in D tier. I am not a fan. Lots of the advanced maps I'm not a fan of. There are some that are really cool, but like in general, I don't really like the advanced maps. But Middle of the Road isn't as good as... Actually, no, I think it can join End of the Road. Wait, but I have to line it up. Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying. Now it's Middle of the Road. They need to add a Beginning of the Road, just so they can have all three. And they need to line it up, because that would just be perfect. Wait, I just realized, and that's going to bug me. There's no pool or windmill on End of the Road. That sucks. Okay. Moving on from that side tangent. Mansion, I think, deserves... It's pretty beautiful, and I really like the way it's designed. I think B tier. B tier is nice. This is probably my biggest hot take, but Monkey Meadows is a C tier. It's very plain, it's very basic. It is like one of the first things you learn on, but I'm not a fan. I think Moon Landing can also join it in C tier, but it is so fun to get like a really fast firing mortar in here, and it just fires in there, destroying all the balloons. Muddy Puddles, I think, can get a B tier. It's definitely not as good as Bloody Puddles. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to drop it in C tier. It's not as good as Bloody Puddles because it's not as hard. And it's basically the same thing, but I like how hard Bloody Puddles is. It's like a real challenge. But I think it's still a pretty good map, so it's going to go in B tier. Off the Coast, I think I can put in A tier because it's a decent advanced map. I really like it. Also, One Tree, Two Tree is really nice. I don't like how it unlocks, but I get how that is. But I really like the mechanic where it, like, unlocks, and then it's, like, well, if you can only place a primary here, but it's discounted. I really like that feature, so that's why it's gonna go in A tier. Hashtag ouch is also like Bloody Puddles. I really like it because of the difficulty of it. I think Park Path is also up here. I just use these ones a lot. I don't really use Blondes a lot, but like Blondes is just amazing. But I use these ones a lot, and I try to beat Bloody Puddles and hashtag ouch a lot. It doesn't go well most of the time. I think Pat's Pond can get A tier. I feel like it's solid, it's nice looking, and it's decently hard. Peninsula, on the other hand, gets a D tier. I am not a fan of Peninsula. It just, there's something about it. Oh wait, this map, I'm pretty sure it's from BTD5 and Bloons Tower Defense, like the original one, but I am not a fan of it. Like, I feel like the fact that it closes up my water tower, I did not know that at first, and it left a bad taste in my mouth when my Monkey Buccaneer just vanished, and I was like, what? I wanted that. So, should I put it in B tier? No, I think it deserves C tier. Quad also, actually Quad can go in D tier. I don't really like it. Along with Corey and, no, Winter Street can get B tier, actually. I really like that one. Along with Rake. Actually, should Rake get A tier? Actually, I think Rake can get A tier. Ravine can get C or B tier. No, C tier. C tier. That's what I'm going with. Resort is another S tier. I just realized lots of my S tiers are either super hard or like really long maps that are really easy. Sanctuary, I think, is the third F tier. I am not a fan. Scrapyard can get B tier. Because, I mean, it's the longest map. Not by far. Logs is barely shorter. But it is the longest map. And it is cool. It's sad that they discarded the balloon shipper in this one, but I think it's fine. I think Skates can join Scrapyard there, just because it's like, meh. Now, Spice Islands I actually really like, especially if I'm trying to get like a level 100 or tier 100 Navark of the Seas, because you can get like a bunch of trade empires or monkey buccaneers, whatever they are, and you can just completely max it out. And I also really like the look of it, so I'm going to put it there. Spillway, I feel like it looks cool, but it is the worst to play on. I would put it in B tier for looks, but just the fact that it's so horrible to play on gets it a C tier. I feel like that's pretty generous. Spring can get a D tier. I don't really care for it. Steambed, I feel like that's Steambed, right? Yeah, that's Steambed. Can get A tier. I feel like I really like it. There's nice curves, places to put it, but it's not like too easy. It's like nice, simple, easy, but it's still a nice challenge. Like beating it on chimps was a little bit more difficult than most, but it wasn't too hard. It was like just a nice casual map. Actually, now that I talk about it more, I kind of want to put it in S tier, which is what I'm going to do. It's a good map. This one, it's newer. It's not like really new, but it's newer, and I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it's okay. I think it's B tier worthy. I just am not a fan. I do like Sada here, though. Actually, yeah, B tier is perfect. Sunken Columns goes in F. Man, do I hate Sunken Columns. In fact, it can go at the very bottom of F. Could Hyphanus move? I hate Sunken Columns. I think it is the worst map in BTD6. But Cabin can get an A tier. That was really, this is the worst map, but Cabin can get an A tier. That can get a pass. Town Center can get a B tier. I feel like these two are just very like nice and long. The thing I don't like about Town Center is the town. It gets in the way. Tree Stump can also get in a B because the logs get in the way. Waterside, I don't play on this map much, but it's really unique because it goes down the waterside and the regular. So I think I'm going to give it, I would give it C tier because I don't play it on that much, but I will give it B tier because it's pretty unique. This one, Winter Park, I'm going to give A tier. It's fun to play on. I used to play on it a lot more. I'd probably used to give it a S tier, but now I'll give it A tier. It's solid. Workshop, F tier, and X Factor is also an F tier. If only there was an X tier. Although, these two are not amazing. I don't like the fact, actually, I can move Workshop to D tier for one reason. It is unique how, like, the conveyor belt. Was there more to that sentence? Not even kidding. I just paused for like a minute to look up what it's called because it blanked. And I don't remember if there was more to that sentence. If there was, I'm sorry, because I just said conveyor belt. I remembered it after Google. Google remembered it for me. Underground, which is the last map on this list, I think can go B tier. It's like one of the better advanced maps, but it's still not like amazing. But that is my final tier list of the maps in BTD6. Tell me if you want me to continue this tier series, but that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video.